So John saw and believed that he must rise. So Peter and John, they needed evidence to dispel their disbelief. Some of y'all, you need to study the word. Some of y'all need to get into some theology classes. Some of y'all might need to do a little apologetics to dispel your disbelief, because you say, well, if God is eternal, then who created God? Well, who created anything? There has to be something that existed before everything. Otherwise, where did all this stuff come from? I know I just write. Anybody else, I don't care who got there before you. I don't care who was running faster than you. I don't care if they look like they were better equipped than you. When God says it's your time, then it's your time to go into his presence. I must run to him. I don't think y'all hear me. Y'all ain't gonna help me preach this. Y'all out of practice. Y'all out of practice. I've been practicing. Y'all out of practice. I must run to him. See, some of y'all, you got up in your own head because you saw somebody and they're out here flexing. They're doing better than what you feel like you're doing, and you're like, oh, I guess it ain't gonna happen for me. No, I must run to him. As Elder Carl, you always tell me, run your race. Don't worry about nobody else, how fast they're running. Don't worry about them passing you, because God is gonna call you to go in when it's your time to go in. That means, though, if you're going to go in, you need to be in position to go in. So if you stopped running a couple miles back, you're not going to be in a position to go in. Peter said, I might have to get that halftime. I might have to walk it a little bit, but I'm going to get here. And when it's my time to go in, I'm going on in there. I'm going to see what the Lord is doing. I'm going to see what Jesus calls himself the Good Shepherd in John 10. He says, the sheep hear his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. Jesus knows your name, Ray. Jesus knows your name, Leroy. Jesus knows your name, Kim. Jesus knows your name, Ruth. He calls you by name, and whatever you're going through, he said, come on, baby, take my hand. I'm leading you right on out of this mess. Just hold on to me. I know your name. Just keep following me, and I'm leading you right out of it. Come on. Some of y'all need to know Jesus is calling you by name, leading you out of danger, leading you out of the storm, leading you out of grief. He's dispelling your disbelief. Jesus knows your name. Skip down to verse 24. We find Thomas, old Thomas. You know we like to get on Thomas. Doubting Thomas. Thomas was a twin. I wonder where his brother was. At least he was here. We don't know where his brother was. But Thomas wasn't there when Jesus revealed himself to the disciples. So after he came to Mary, he came to the disciples. Thomas wasn't there. And Thomas shows up to the disciples, and Thomas is hotter than fish grease. Thomas is like, so y'all had a party. Y'all got together. Jesus showed up, and ain't nobody called me. Ain't nobody text me. They probably like, Thomas, you knew we got together every Friday night. I don't know why you tripping. Some of y'all are mad at the work. Some of y'all are mad that the sun is shining right now. Some of y'all are mad that you ain't got your stimulus check yet. Some of y'all are mad that you got your stimulus and you spent it already. Some of y'all are mad at your kids because they at home with you and they ain't going back to school yet. Some of y'all mad at the teachers. You mad at yourself because your kids don't know. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Some of y'all are mad at Jesus because you feel like Jesus didn't show up when you wanted him to. God, you knew I wanted that job. I prayed, Jesus. I even stopped sleeping around with my boyfriend, Jesus. Jesus is like, that ain't no sacrifice. That's what I asked you to do. Jesus, I went to work on time 3 days out the year. Where were you when I wanted that promotion? Some of us are mad at Jesus, and some of us are mad at ourselves, and we don't know how to forgive ourselves. Why is this still an issue? Why is it still an issue? But Jesus comes to dispel your disbelief. Jesus comes into your anger just like he came into Thomas's anger, and he says, here, see me. I feel you, now feel me. Just like Thomas, he said, come on Thomas, feel me. Jesus said, I feel you, now come feel me. And then even after Thomas, in verse 31 it says, these things are written so that you may believe in Jesus the Christ, the Son of God, and that believing you may have life in his name. So this whole chapter, this whole book was written to dispel your disbelief, to erase any thought in your mind that Jesus was still in that tomb. He got up. He must rise. Somebody say he got up. He got up. And so Jesus got up for you to receive his Holy Spirit. Come on now, this is my last point. I ain't even going to take long on this. Affective disorder or SAD. And so if they on Instagram, if they on Facebook, they looking at their friends in California, sunny California, and every day they posting pictures. Hey, good morning. Woke up to the sun, had my cup of coffee. They're seeing people, they're seeing the sun rise everywhere else, but in the polar circle. They're seeing the sunrise day after day after day, and they're going 2 months with no sun. And it gets so bad that they get vitamin D deficient that people use this thing called light box therapy. Light therapy boxes, I'm sorry. And so they get these boxes. It's just a little a cube-shaped light, and it gives you similar light like the sun gives you. So you get that vitamin D, you got that boost in your immune system, that boost in your energy level. So can you imagine living in a place where the sun don't rise for days, for weeks, for months? You don't see the sun. You look at their timeline, and everybody else is showing the sun that they seeing. They showing how they shining. They showing how they flexing. You like, man, I want some of that. I want a little sunshine. They say the sunshine even on the dog's back end sometimes. I can use some sunshine. And some of y'all feel like that. You feel like you're in a polar night right now. You feel like where you're going through, the sun isn't shining on your life. You feel like it's nothing but darkness. They call it a dark night of the soul. You feel like can't nothing go right. You feel like nobody knows what you're going through. You're in there all by yourself. You just have retreated. You're dealing with depression and sadness, and you're like, Jesus, where are you? Where are you? But how many of you know, y'all know what I'm going to say, he must rise. He must rise. The sun must rise. See, this is what I like. When Mary went to see Jesus, it said that it was still dark. It said it was still dark. So she went to see Jesus while it was still dark. So she didn't wait for sunrise to see that the sun rose. Come on, somebody. Y'all, come on now. Y'all out of practice, come on. She didn't wait for sunrise to see if the sun rose. She may not have fully understood. She went there, she looked in the tomb, he ain't there. She's like, what's going on? Where's Jesus? But she went expecting something. She went expecting to serve. She went expecting to meet with Jesus. And when she didn't see him, she's like, what's going on? But she went. Some of y'all are going through things and you're like, I don't know what my head is from my tail. I don't know what the next step is to take. But until you know the next step, take the step right in front of you. Yeah. Say, let me step closer to Jesus, because this is where he was last time I checked. Let me step closer and see if he's there. And if I get there and he ain't there, I'm going to wait, like Mary did. I'm going to wait for the sun to rise in my life, because you're looking around and you feel like, oh, it's so dark. Nobody can see me. Nobody knows what I'm going through. Nobody hears my cry. Nobody's checking on me. Nobody's calling on me. But Jesus sees you. Jesus knows. Jesus has risen in your life. Church, some of us need a little light therapy box. We need some light box therapy, right? And y'all know what our light box is? Y'all don't know? The word says, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. So while you're waiting on the sun to rise, open up that word so it can light up your path, so it can light up your direction.